In this amazing and very comprehensive video, I put a full program together for in 36 steps. I'm gonna take you from someone who's never written a book, maybe not a good writer, to all the way to being a best-selling author. And I'm gonna give you the 36 steps you need to go from A to Z and make your dreams happen. Have this amazing thing on your resume, best-selling author, not to mention make money selling books, which is a lot of people's dream and an easy way to make money if you can make that happen for yourself, right? You just sit home and collect the revenue, royalty, right? And who am I? Why am I the guy to do this? My name is Alex.genadinik. I am a 3-time best-selling author on Amazon. I make a 4-digit monthly salary on Amazon selling books, and it's growing, knock on wood. And the coolest thing, I'm getting speaking gigs, and these books that I wrote, they're business books, I'll show you in a second. They're used by like universities now, which I never thought that would happen, and it gave me so much like prestige, right? Because when your book is used by a university, it's like a different level. It might be even stronger than being a bestseller. And I'm getting speaking gigs, and there's all these other things, amazing things that are happening that I honestly never thought would happen. And I'm gonna explain to you how you can go from someone maybe doesn't. I happen to like to write, but I'll give you strategies that even if you're not a good writer, or if you don't like to write, or even if you don't want to write a single word, there are strategies that you can make work for you. I'll give you a hint. It's all about getting help with the right editing, but I'll cover that later. So let me tell you what you're gonna get. I'm gonna tell you how to plan out your book so it's successful. I'm going to explain the difference between people who are successful on Amazon and most people who are not successful, and how you can be in a successful group. I'm going to explain to you how to create your book so that it's a good book, right? It has to be good, right? People pay money for it. You got to deliver them a really good product. That has to be, right? And then of course I'm going to explain how to sell the book. I'm going to explain how to price the books. I'm going to explain a lot of stuff, and I'm going to get into the best-selling author. Now, one caveat. I can't show everything in a single YouTube video. I have some premium courses that I talk about the same things, but I literally walk you through every single step. And it's more detailed, and I kind of do hand holding. I'm going to have links to it later in the course. I'm going to have links to it in the description of this video. Check it out. There are free preview lectures so that you can get a sense of what you're getting and see if it makes sense for you. And it will all be with discounts, so don't worry, it will be all very affordable. And really, you should be able to make your money back. You know, if you just, even if these strategies work for you a little tiny bit, and I hope they work for you a lot, but even if they work for you a little tiny bit, you're gonna make that money back many times over that you're gonna invest in the courses. And the courses literally walk you through. So there's no danger of making a mistake at some point. There's no danger of maybe misinterpreting what I'm saying. You're not gonna run into your own mistakes. It's really gonna help you, and it's gonna get you there faster because it's just so much more detailed. But this video itself should get you to a very good place. So let's get started. By the way, if you wanted to take a look, these are my books. I'm gonna have a link to them in the description of this video just so you can browse them. You can see there's like a lot of books, a lot of titles. They're all my book. They're all about sort of in one way or another starting a business, promoting a business, or growing a business, or planning a business. Some of the popular ones are business planning, mobile app marketing, marketing plan, and event planning. These are the good ones. And these are the books. By the way, my first books, they totally failed. They were flops, and they actually still don't sell well. These are the books that I maybe put the most effort into, and the most because I didn't really have a good plan. So with you now, let's start. I'm gonna show you how to go from you've never written a book to a bestseller in 36 steps. So buckle in. We're gonna we're gonna start. So the first reason why people fail, and why really I fail, is because they fail to have a good plan, almost like a business plan for your book. Because guess what? You know, your book, yeah, you love to write maybe, or you love the idea of having it, but at the end of the day, it's a business for you, okay? And not only, so there's two things, like some people don't plan at all, but some people who plan don't know how to plan it well because they don't have the experience. That was me. I planned it, my first books, but I didn't have the experience. Now I know how to get it right. So let me explain with you how to get it right. You have to go and check for demand for the topic that you're about to write. The demand, it's a kind of a two-edged sword, right? Like if there's no demand, you're gonna be able to get, whatever keywords people are gonna search to find your book, you might be able to rank for those keywords because it's not very competitive, but there's not that many people are gonna search for the things you wanna, rank for, right? For your niche. There's just not that much. On the other hand, let's say you wanna have the best business book in the world, right? There's a lot of demand for it. I mean, business books, they are popular, or how-to books, right? Or technical books, they're very popular. And you can make a lot of money if your book is one of the best ones. But the problem might just be that it's gonna be too competitive for your new book to compete with all the amazing books out there already, okay? And so you're gonna have to find a certain sweet spot of, not too competitive so that you can still get ahead, but still enough demand for it, right? So there's a sweet spot. Later in the video, I'll walk you through a little bit of how to do that. I go in depth about it in the courses. Here, I'm gonna have not as much time to do that. But in the courses, I really show you how I think and how I find the next sweet spot where there's opportunity. Enough demand, but not competitive, right? So that you can get ahead quickly, okay? So that's something. Now, how-to books versus a novel. How-to books are easier to promote on Amazon because they have natural ways that people look for them. How to be happy, how to reduce stress, how to succeed in business, right? So all these books, and they're easier to write. Novels are you have to be a super creative person, and there's no keywords necessarily, right? There's very few keywords like romance novels, mystery novel, but generally there is not that many keywords, but there are so many novels that the competition is tremendous, and it's much harder, and you might need a whole new set of strategies. So I would advise to start with a how-to book, because everyone can write a how-to book. I mean, from your life experience, from your education, from your unique background, you probably have enough material there for a how-to book, how-to whatever, how to cook, how to sing, how to whatever, how-to. So let's focus on that. Now, one of the very important things in your marketing is where are you gonna get sales? Now, here's the key. The sales are gonna come from a couple of sources that you have to get them very right. First of all, on Amazon SEO. What that means is people are gonna search how to reduce stress, and if your book is about how to reduce stress, you better be ranking #1. And you better do the things that get you to rank #1. I'll talk about that later in the course, later in this video. Of course, in my courses, I go more in depth about it. But so Amazon SEO, right? You're gonna have to rank your book #1 or close to #1 or at least on the first page. Then Amazon has categories that people browse. Also, so if you're on top of your category or close to the top, you will get sales from there. Also, how sometimes you see a book on Amazon and it says people who bought this book also bought this book. You also should take advantage of the recommendation engine, right? That Amazon recommendation, that's that, and you need to take advantage of that and get promoted by that. I have a separate course for that, and I'll explain it a little bit in this video as well. And then what you can do to boost your category ranking, Amazon recommendation, Amazon SEO, those are all tied to number of sales, engagement of inside your book once people buy it, right? And Amazon can track how good your book is, how engaged people are. Like if they start, do they finish it? How far do they get in the book, right? Because on the Kindle, they can tell how far people got, how many pages people got through. So if people go through more of your pages of your book than your competitors, Amazon will see, hey, that's a positive signal. Your book is better, maybe. So again, sales, reviews, positive reviews, and engagement inside your book will get your book to rank in recommendations, in SEO, in categories. And how you boost your sales is also you need to do promotion in the rest of the web, social media, YouTube, blog, whatever, your email list, all that stuff. And I'll talk about it a little later in this video as well. Now, how much money can you make, right? This is an interesting thing. I will say, you can make millions. Will you make millions? I don't know, but you can. Here's how that works. It's like a pyramid. Almost nobody makes millions. I don't yet. Anyway, so the way it works is like pyramid, right? There's like 0.01% of the people, they've got it made and figured it out. And what happens is Everybody else is struggling. Everybody else is struggling. Why are they struggling? Their marketing isn't good, their book maybe isn't great, and maybe they don't put enough effort into the whole making the book great, making the marketing great. Maybe the niche they chose is either there's not enough demand, there's not enough potential sales, or it's too competitive and they can't get ahead of their competitors. Okay, those are the main reasons people don't succeed on Amazon, or when they succeed, it's only lukewarm success and it's not amazing success. But here's the path to becoming successful. And millions is a very difficult thing to do with books, of course, but you certainly can make thousands of dollars a month, and I bet you can make tens of thousands of dollars a month eventually, not right away. But here's the strategy how. What you gotta do is pick your niche and rank for your keywords in Amazon. It's gonna take you some time, don't worry, it's possible. I'll explain how. You're gonna have to rank for your keywords. When you rank for your keywords, you're also gonna be climbing up, and that's gonna give you sales. Your sales, what that's going to do is the more sales you have, the more you're going to climb in the Amazon rankings, in the category rankings, and the more your book is going to get recommended in this recommendation engine. When people who bought your book also bought that book, right? So you got this like triple play here, and also you're going to have to continuously boost sales of your book from other places on the web, Amazon, Facebook groups, online communities, wherever, social media, your blog, your email list, all that stuff. You're gonna have to, so all of that working together, and of course your book has to be good. All of that working together, you are gonna start climbing in Amazon seller rankings in different categories, right? More and more and more and more sales. So over time, it's almost like a snowball effect. So this is gonna create this amazing snowball effect. And once your snowball effect is in effect, whatever. It's like almost non-stop. You're gonna see this amazing growth, and the better you do all these things, the better the snowball effect will be. Most people do not do these things, or have at least one element missing, or more than one element missing, and they fall short, and they think it's impossible. But you can do this. Most people, they fail. Now you know why they fail, so you shouldn't make their mistake. You should keep on going with it, hit all the right buttons, and you can do this over time, okay? Now, can you create a good book? Because think about it, a business plan is a little bit of a complicated topic, but let me simplify it for you. There's only 3 things that you have to get right to have a successful business plan. How to create a good product, how to promote it, and how to do it in finances that make sense, right? Profitably. Of course, we just talked about how to promote it. Now we're going to talk about how to create a good book, which is your product. How to create a good product. Now, you might not be Shakespeare, or you might not even be, Lin-Manuel Miranda, right? Like if you are a fan of Hamilton musical or something. But he's a good writer. Anyway, you don't have to be that good, but you can get to very good over time. Either by a lot of revisions, improving the book every time, getting help with good editors, getting help with book coaches, stuff like that. And of course, getting training like this video, it's gonna really help you, right? Without it, you would not do as good. And the more training you get, the higher quality training and coaching you get, of course, you're gonna be more successful. But you have to strive to make your books as good as possible over time. It doesn't have to be right away, like Rome wasn't built in a day, but over time you have to do it, okay? And either by making yourself a great writer, or by surrounding yourself with the right kind of help and coaching. And that the help and coaching does not have to be expensive, okay? But the only thing that's going to make the difference is your own willingness to stick to it. Okay, because they do a lot of studies, like what makes a genius. Do you know what makes a genius? It's not the smartest people. The people who are the most successful, they aren't like the ones who just have raw talent. It's the people who stick with the problem the longest, right? Even I think, what's his name? The physicist. God, I'm forgetting the name. But that guy. God, it's like the most famous physicist who created like all these. Anyway, he said Einstein. Why did I forget that? Einstein. He was even saying like he didn't feel like he was the smartest. He stuck with the problem the longest, and that's what you have to do to create an amazing book. Okay, so I'm gonna trust that you will do this. Now, how do you actually write the book? If you like to write, that would be people like me. I like to write. So you would write the book. Okay, you create your own first draft. Maybe during the first draft, you create a coach for helping you make the book better. Maybe you help somebody to plan, like someone like me, right? Like, yes, it's one thing to watch this video and understand how to plan a book, but it's a whole other thing of like having your own potential book, and I can catch a lot of possible mistakes you might still make. So you do that. But the most important thing, once you come up with your first draft, you need a quality editor, a good book editor. They're gonna make your book that much better. You're gonna need a good cover, and you're gonna need, like I mentioned here on the slide, as a coach. Now later in this video, I'm gonna show you how to get all these things for relatively cheap. In fact, why don't we do it now? I'll show you now how to do it, right? There's a website called Fiverr, Fiverr.com. On Fiverr, for as little as $5, so Fiverr, $5, you might be already aware of it, but if you are not, like, for example, you can get a book cover made, right? Book cover, and there's a lot of people competing for your business, and they're gonna create amazing book covers, sometimes as low as $5, $10. They probably have some upsells for you. So for $25, you can get a nice book cover, or less. Then you can get, book editing, right? So there's like editing, and they're all really cheap, right? So starting at $5, I mean, they probably have some word limits. Probably your whole book edited is not going to be $5. It's going to be a little bit more. But you see, there's all these services. There's even like book marketing for later when you need to promote your book. And there's all these amazing people who will promote your book. So that will really help you, okay? And you can get all kinds of these services on this amazing website. There's also another website called Upwork.com. There it's similar, like there's a lot of consultants and freelancers, but it's a little more expensive. But this Fiverr is pretty amazing. So, how to write your book? If you like writing, my main point is that you need to write your book, but get help editing with the book cover, eventual marketing, and prior to that, coaching through your writing. That's not me. But what I would coach is to help you plan out the entire strategy, the A to Z strategy for your book, and how to make it really happen, right? And you can email me with that. I'll leave my email in the description of this video so you can take a look if you're interested. And you can email me with that, and we can talk about your book. And of course, it's not free, but like I'll try to make it affordable for you. Now, here's the thing: if you're not a writer, if you don't like to write, here's how to do this. There's a strategy, and by the way, celebrities use this. Like, you think celebrities write their books? Some, but most of them don't even bother, right? Here's what they do. They don't write a single word. And if you don't like to write, or if you think you're a bad writer, this is the strategy for you. You take your phone, you've got this phone, there's a whole lot of free apps, voice recording apps, and you talk into you record your book into the phone, okay? Then you go to that Fiverr website and you hire a transcription service, okay? They transcribe what you talked into the phone, you recorded it, they transcribe it, make it into the first draft. It's usually terrible because, speech isn't directly relatable to, not to text. So transcribe it, then you get an editor. Same process then, right? Then you have your first draft, just like you would have had if you like to write, if you had written it yourself. Instead of writing it, you talked it and you got somebody to transcribe it. That's the only difference. Then it's the same thing. You get your book edited by a professional editor, you hire a writing coach, maybe not. You get your book cover and you're ready to sell. And of course, you should plan out your book, because the worst thing to do is doing all this, but the overall plan maybe not good. Maybe you made a mistake with like gauging demand. Maybe you made a mistake of like how, the niche you pick. Maybe how big is that niche? Maybe it will, maybe it won't satisfy your financial goals. And so the less mistakes you make in the beginning, right, then you're better prepared. Because imagine if you do all this work, spend some money hiring all these people. It's not expensive, but still, money and time. It's not free. So, and then you don't meet your goals, that's bad, right? Or as kids say, that sucks. You don't want to do that. You want to succeed, and you want to have as solid as possible plan from the beginning. It's going to pay many times itself over, because if planning well in the beginning helps you succeed, then that was amazing. It did its job. If you have a so-so plan with a lot of holes in it, like a first-time writer would, like I had a lot of poor planning. I planned, but I wasn't savvy at planning and no experience, so I planned a crappy plan, and it ended up being crappy in the end, right? Like those books, they sell like my first book that I ever wrote, like literally makes like maybe 10 sales a month, which I really had bigger dreams for it. Now I have books that sell way more, right? But they only sell more because I learned from my initial mistakes, and that's what you would get if you hired me, like as your book coach, or somebody else. Doesn't have to be me, but just somebody to really help you and give you a good strategy. Now you understand how to write your book, even if you don't want to write a single word, okay? The only thing that I would say that you have to have is fresh new ideas, at least, right? Or some deep knowledge of something, so that you can share it and it's interesting for people to buy and read. That's the core idea. Now, another way to put together your book. Let's say you don't want to write, but maybe you have some blog posts that are on the same topic. You can bundle them together into a book, okay? People do that. As long as it gets correctly edited and it reads well in the end, totally fine. Totally a fine strategy. In fact, you can just add a little bit so that, because blogs are free, people might complain like, hey, so you should add a little bit to the book, but the bulk of the book will be just your blog posts. So if you have a blog, maybe you in there, like already you kind of have most of your first book. Maybe. If you don't have a blog, let's say maybe you have a YouTube channel or a podcast, it's all like blah, 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 blah. You can just transcribe it, right? It's all talking, so much talking, hours and hours. You can have a tremendous book. And so you can make that into a transcribed book. You transcribe the podcast or YouTube channel that you have, maybe make it into a book, and then it's the same process. Editing, book cover, start selling, okay? So there's so many ways to put together your book that you should not have a problem putting together your book. Now, and by the way, if you do this, okay, any of these strategies, either you talk into the phone and record and get it edited, it takes you a really short time to talk 30,000 words, right? You can do it in a day or two. Same thing if you have a blog or a podcast or a YouTube channel. You can do this relatively quickly. What does that mean? It means you can put out many books. If you want to have like a book empire, like literally within a year you could create 100 books, or maybe in 2 years to create like 50 or 100 books, right? And you have a book empire, and imagine if you get the strategy for them right. Let's say each of them makes like $500 a month, right? Or $100 a month, but there's 100 of them. Imagine your annual salary then, right? It's like way more than 6 figures, right? It's like 6 figures and good 6 figures. So certainly that strategy is possible without writing a single word, just having really good people who you outsource all these tasks to, like editing and stuff. Now, how long should your book be? Kindle books can be like even 10 pages, right? But that's a sucky book and nobody's gonna really buy that. So really what you wanna do is at least 50 pages, okay? Like some books that I have, they're kind of experimental, they're under 50 pages, but they don't sell well. The books that sell well, they're like over 50 pages, closer to 100 pages, and you see that's approximately the words, right? 15,000 words is 50 pages, 30,000 is 100 pages. If you can have more than 100 books, it feels like way more like a legit book, right? The book should be like 100 plus pages. And if you have 150 or 200 pages, it's even more legit. But you don't have to get there on day one. You can add revisions, and with every revision you add some pages. but that's approximately how long your books will be. And of course, people will gauge value largely by the number of books, because before they buy, they don't know how good your book is. So part of the way that they value your book is the number of pages, which is wrong, but that's how they do it. So anyway, more pages, easier to sell, okay? Now, these are the strategies for creating your book. Now that you've planned out your book and created your book, now how do you upload your book? So what I want you to do is I want you to upload your book to something called createspace.com. I'm going to show you the website. It's basically this website. In your case, what you would do is you would say like ready to go, sign me up, and then you would upload your book, your manuscript, as we, the authors, call it, right? Your manuscript. Now, it takes an extra 25 or 30 minutes for me to walk you through how to do this. That's why I'm gonna have complete instruction for how to do this. In the description of the video, I'm gonna post a link. One of the links is to a course of mine that has the complete step by step. I show you exactly where to click each time. I show you exactly how to do it, exactly the walkthrough, formatting, all that stuff. And it's gonna take you. This CreateSpace is owned by Amazon, and so from this you're gonna be able to post your book as a hardcover book on Amazon and as a Kindle on the Kindle. Not only that, you're gonna be in all Amazon markets, like Amazon Great Britain, Amazon Europe, Amazon Japan, like Brazil. Like you're gonna be in all these countries, right? And I'm gonna explain to you how to do that. I literally walk you through. I show you where to click each thing, so you have no mistakes, and it's a little bit technical, so you won't get lost. And it's in the description of the video. I have a link to my course and the link already has a coupon code at the end, so you can get it like really cheaply for $10. So really cheap, and you'll be able to have your book up in a day. Actually, a little bit more than a day, because there's a 24-hour review period on Amazon's side, and I'll even show you how to get through the review period as well in the course. But really quickly as possible, you'll be up and running, right? So this is I show you how to create an account, fill out your tax information, all that, and upload your book, all that stuff. So let's get back to the presentation. So you upload your book on CreateSpace, right? It gives you, and by the way, uploading your book on CreateSpace also puts you on sites like, there's a whole lot of sites that Amazon owns, book sites, and your book will be there as well. And by the way, in the courses, I also give you additional websites where you can sell your book for extra profit, right? And some websites that Amazon doesn't own. So outside of the box thinking a little bit, okay? And so generally these courses, if you follow them with the extra strategies, they should make you the money back that you pay for them. That's the idea. So it should really be risk-free. And especially for the prices that they cost, I mean, it's like $10 a course is like laughing, right? Like, it's anybody who's serious about this kind of stuff, they really want to try it. I mean, to help you save so much time, prevent you from mistakes, they're pretty amazing. So anyway, I'm going to show you how to do it in the courses. Now, let me quickly tell you how to get the courses and what the courses are all about, okay? So first of all, to promote and all these courses, you can type these URLs in directly to your browser. You can press the pause on this video, and you can like literally type in these URLs in your browser. Or what you can do is click show more in the video, and then there's direct links to these courses there. You can just click. And let me tell you what I recommend, okay? So I have an overall marketing course, strategies to reach 1 million people. It's all the strategies that I use to promote anything, and books included, everywhere else on the web, right? Driving, promoting, getting traffic, driving sales, so that the book gets up in Amazon. I also have a book that explains how to become a bestseller on Amazon. I'll talk about it a little later in this video, but this best-selling book, so this course on how to become a bestseller, it's like really explains to you the details of it and literally walks you through step by step what I did to become a bestseller. Now, since I became a bestseller, all these other amazing things like happened. Like universities started using the books. Like I started getting like paid speaking gigs at events or consulting gigs at companies. And you know how much people charge for like a day as a consultant at a company? Like thousands of dollars, right? Like a few $1,000s you can charge, which is insane. And that's all benefit from a book. So, I mean, if you pull this off right, like this can be your living. I mean, not on day one, like I'm not gonna say it's gonna be the case for everyone. Not gonna say like it's gonna be easy. It's not easy, but it's so, if I did it, like anybody can do it. Anyway, and I have like a weird accent. I wasn't even born, you know, in an English speaking country, right? So, and if I did it, although I like to write, so, but if I did it, anyone can do it. So these books. Now, more books. Now, I also have a book on more detailed stuff about how to write a book, how to create your book, how to write a business plan for your book. There's more detail there. And also, I have another course that I really recommend. It's an advanced course, and it's about SEO, keyword research, which is advanced. Why do you need this? This is going to be your very first way to get ahead on Amazon by doing the right keyword research, so that you're ranking for the right keywords on Amazon and you're getting traffic from the right people who will buy your book. And you're, maybe even if your book is in a competitive niche, but if you find a very smart combination of keywords, which is why this advanced course is advanced. I give you some really kung fu strategies that took me, I mean, really years to become really good and like sharp about it. And I just explain it. I mean, like stuff like this that I show you, almost no one does what I do. It's, you know, I call it advanced. I mean, it's not rocket science, right? It's not like, you know, it's all marketing. It's not that hard, but no one does it, and that almost no one does it, and that's why it's advanced, and that's why it's going to really put you ahead of everybody else. It certainly put me ahead of other people, and I'm like, hee, right? And you'll be there too, like hee. You'll be like that when you get these strategies to work. So you'll get your on Amazon SEO being amazing. And other things I would recommend is I also have a course. Just like I have an SEO course, you know, when people search on Amazon, how they find you, right? They want, you know, you want to rank your stuff higher, your book higher. Also, of course, you want to influence the Amazon recommendation engine, right? When people buy this book, they also buy that book, right? And you want Amazon to recommend your book there, because, like, how big is Amazon? It's gigantic, right? So if they recommend your book a lot on all these other book pages, thousands and thousands and thousands of other book pages, you can get so many sales. And so this course that I recommend is exactly a course on how to influence these recommendation engines, right? It's a super advanced thing. Almost no one, they don't even know how to do it. Almost nobody even talks about it. That's how that's advanced that is, right? And this is all geared towards making you a super seller, right? Like a bestseller, and long-term too. Now, I want to tell you about another thing. All these courses, each of them is $10 with the coupon here, like 10 YouTube. You see that at the end, coupon, it says coupon code. It's hard for me to highlight just the coupon code, but you see it says right here, coupon code equals 10 YouTube. Now, I want to tell you how to get all these for just 99 cents. It's insane. Skillshare.com, which is another site where I have my courses. Most of my courses are on Udemy, but I also have courses on Skillshare. They're a little bit different. They're kind of bite-sized courses, and I basically break up my big courses into smaller courses on Skillshare. Why I'm bringing it up is because they have an insane sale. 99 cents subscription for 3 months for all courses on that site. All courses, 99 cents. For 3 months. It's insane. Like, it's just insane. So I'll show you. I have it kind of ready here. You basically would type in this URL, Skillshare.com, R, and then my last name, Genadinik. If you're not sure how to spell my last name, I mean, it's like right here, Genadinik. Yeah, I have the most messed up last name in the world. It's like impossible. Can you imagine being on the phone, and you know how when you call an 800 number and they say, can you spell your name? It's like the worst, right? Like N as in Nancy. I hate this name. Anyway, so it's like too long. But anyway, it's me. So what you would do is Skillshare.com or Genadinik, and then what it's going to tell you is Alex has given you 3 months of premium for only 99 cents, which is insane price. Like, I don't even know how Skillshare can do that. It's not my sale. It's like a site-wide sale. And what you can do then, once you sign up, you can go and you see I have 71 courses, and you can literally click the stuff that I'm teaching, and I'm going to be releasing very in-depth training on the book stuff, and I teach a lot of stuff. Again, how to start your business, how to plan your business, all kinds of marketing strategies for your business, all sorts of things that you're going to make a lot of money, and you're going to start a successful business with the right fundamentals and be able to promote your business very well as well. Now, I have no idea why this thing is hanging and not, let me refresh it, because I don't know why I just have the spinning wheel. Oh yeah, there it is. So these are my courses, and you can see I have like teaching, and I have like business planning your book. I have a whole bunch of stuff, Facebook marketing, as you can see, advanced Twitter hashtag stuff, YouTube AdWords. I mean, like publicities. Sorry, how to get publicity, Facebook Marketplace, like insane 70 courses, and you can get them for like 99 cents. So I would actually recommend this if that's still possible. I don't know how long Skillshare is going to have this. They are kind of crazy for doing this. Anyway, let's get back to our tutorial. So you can try all these options where I'm going to have like my most advanced strategies and some of the like really well put together stuff. That's where they go. Let's move forward. Now, keyword research. Now this is like after you've planned your book, you've written your book, you've uploaded your book. Now it's time to sell your book. Now let me explain to you what the key. So it's really important, right? Because when people search, they are amazing clients. Why? Because they're already taking some action to find what you have, right? I mean, people are so lazy. If they are actually already taking some action, like by searching, that means they are like so ready to buy, right? They want it. It's a world of difference than if you were like saying, hey, my book is great, check it out. They don't care, they're going on with their day. But if they are searching for something, right, and it's related to your book, then oh my God, like, they're so lazy, and if they're already taking the steps to find you, they are gonna convert and engage at a much higher rate. So I'm gonna show you quickly some keyword tools. Of course, I'm gonna sound like a broken record or whatever, but I cover this more in my courses. Like you just saw the advanced keyword stuff. But let me show you the basics of keyword research. There are two tools. Let me close this browser, close this browser, and close. I guess that's it. There are two tools, merchant words, and by the way, I have no business connection to these two tools, but kind of an industry standard for Amazon keyword research is this merchant words. Okay, you basically will type in a keyword, for example, like stress, right? Stress reduction. Like, let's say if your book is about reducing stress, and what it's going to do is it's going to give you keywords that are related, stress reduction for kids, stress reduction tools, and you will know what keywords to rank for. Now, these are sometimes really, in my opinion, often they are like over inaccurate, because I think merchant words doesn't have the direct data from Amazon. They just approximate, and it's not free. The only way to get it free is they give you a few free searches a day, and then they say subscribe. You see here, subscribe at $30 per month, which is not that cheap. There is a free tool from Google AdWords. I'll show you how to use that. It's always free. It's part of AdWords. AdWords, you have to pay to advertise on AdWords, but using this tool, this tool is always free. And so this tool basically gives you a lot more, but the thing is, it's data about Google search. But generally, you can transfer over. It's not exactly the same, but whatever gets searched a lot on Google will probably get searched a lot on Amazon as well. So what you can do is like, stress reduction, and it's going to give you more interesting keywords. Let's take a look what it's going to give us. And also, of course, look at this. While that thing is loading, I'll show you. Like stress, right? You type stress, and it gives you other things that people search for, right? You can do your keywords right there. Strange management, and then it's going to give you another set of keywords, or stress reduction. right? And you can see what is going to rank there because you see the keywords. Now I'm going to quickly show you. And close this, and I'm going to quickly show you what this Google came up with, right? And you see stress reduction, and it's got all these amazing keywords. And the coolest thing about it is it's going to have 700 different keywords, and also it will give you ad group ideas, which is other keywords. So a lot of stuff. Now let's quickly keep going. So you can do your keyword research again. When you do your keyword research, I show you how to do it in detail in the courses. Here I just went briefly because I don't want this video, it's already getting long, right? So I just wanted to really show you. Now when you launch your book, you can have a made launch team, like your best email subscribers, your friends. Everybody should start buying and reviewing and reading on day one, kind of when you launch, so that you have a big out of the gate, boom, right? And your book will jump in the rankings from the extra sales, from the extra engagement, from the extra reviews. So you want to build out your team by talking while you're creating the book, while you're writing the book, while you're getting it edited. Talk to everyone about the book. Anyone who shows interest, get them in your email address, put them in a special Facebook group that you might make. Keep track of them so that you can reach out to them on the day of the launch or the day before the launch, get them ready, get their help, because then that's going to be your extra power, extra boost. Then you're gonna have, the strategy to launch is different people launch differently. Here's one popular way. You launch for free on the Kindle for a few days. This is gonna give you a boost of a lot of activity, right? Free people. That can, if you promote your free products right, you can get thousands of people in there. In the courses, I show you exactly where to promote your courses for free. That will get you thousands of people into the book for free, into your Kindle book. Then you set the price to 99 cents for a few days, and then you get more people to buy at 99 cents, more sales, because now it's paid sales, right? 99 cents, but paid. And then you set your book. My recommendation is to set the price cheap, like something like $2.99 on the Kindle and maybe $7.99 or $6.99 on the hardcover, just because in the beginning you want more activity. And the cheaper your book is, the more people will buy and the more activity you will have. And then, here's the slide, like I said, 99 cents on the Kindle, and then full price. And yes, it's going to be a little low in the beginning. Once you start boosting sales, you can raise your prices. And as you keep creating revisions and making your book better, you can raise your prices, but in the beginning it's low. But don't worry if in the beginning, the price is low. What you can do is consistently, over time, grow sales, push sales, increase, revise the book to make it better, improve it over time, make it better, make it more engaging, get more reviews, get more readers, get more exposure, get more publicity, get more everything, right? And then you're gonna become number one, and then you're gonna get recommended by Amazon. Then you build more brand. People are gonna know about you more, and then you're gonna make some serious money. And then when your book is really entrenched, really strong inside Amazon, right, in the categories, in the search, in the recommendation algorithm, in the rest of the web, because I'm sure you gotta be promoting it right outside the web as well to push it. Then you're gonna make a very significant amount of money, and it's gonna grow inside the Amazon platform, right? Because it's gonna be better than the other books that you're competing with on so many metrics that Amazon is gonna just promote you more and more and more and more and more. And by the way, I just realized that one thing that I didn't mention is how to make your Amazon page really stand out and convert sales. But I do mention that in my courses, especially the one on how to make yourself a bestseller. So I do want to mention again that definitely try, if you found this helpful, the very next steps are to go ahead and take my premium courses. It's like I really show you step by step. I give you more insider information, and you have access to ask me any question. I'm always available to my, on my premium courses, I'm always available. I try to answer every question within hours and 24 hours, but most of the time it's just within hours, and it rarely takes more than 24 hours. I mean, I might have to be sick or something, but that's where you're really going to learn how to promote like crazy on Amazon. And then I have additional courses, how to promote. That one course of how to reach 1 million people is going to teach you how to promote on YouTube, on Twitter, on Facebook, on different social media sites, a whole bunch of other places. And by the way, in my premium Amazon courses, what I also have is additional platforms where you can sell your books outside Amazon, and that by itself should make you back the money that you would pay for these premium courses. So there's almost nothing to lose, and the least you can try to do is every course has free preview lectures that you can watch before signing up, so you can see if you like it and if it's helpful. And if it is, sign up. You know, this is meant for you to make more money with it than you invest in these courses, so it should be no-brainer. And by the way, all these courses come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if for some reason you don't like it, you can get a refund. But I'm sure you love it. I mean, if you've gotten to this video this far, probably you will like it. So again, the links are below in the description of this video. Take a look. Thank you for watching. I hope that this was insightful. If it was, I'd like to hear from you. Leave me a comment or a thumbs up on YouTube, and hopefully don't be one of those people who comments and says, "Oh, you're an idiot." But comment something constructively, and I'll be happy to hear from you. And sometimes I'll even comment back.